So now that all of our foot pegs are stuck in place and I can't move any of them, I click and drag, they're all stuck in place. We can move on to the next part of our directions. So I look back at my directions. Well, there's two more things we need to figure out. We need to figure out the corner pegs and the round pegs. Well, if I read my directions for my disc pegs, not my round pegs, my disc pegs, it says we need to make them tangent and offset. So since we just dealt with offset, let's go ahead and continue from there. So let's make our round pegs on here. How do we make them tangents? And also, where are they supposed to be locked on relatively in height? So if we look at our pretty picture, we can see that they're pretty much flush with the top. So let's start with that. Let's go ahead and go to our constraint. Let's go to our flush. Let's tell each one of these round pegs to be flush with the top face here. And if I look, I can see that it's clearly flush with it. It just isn't left and right, forward and back constrained yet. And you can do that with all three of these. I'll just show you one example in this one. So to stop it from going left and right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another constraint. And instead of going to insert or mate or flush, I'm going to go to my tangent constraint. And if I look at my pretty picture, I can see that it's locked on the outside. Well, if I look here, I can see this will make it inside tangent, so it'll look something like this. And it'll go on the inside. We don't want that. So instead, I'm going to go to my tangent constraint. I'm going to tell it to go outside. I'm going to tell this one and this one to lock on the outside. And you can see the difference between the two. I want it to be outside. And so now this will roll down my wall like a wheel. Like a wheel because it's tangent. But I don't want it to roll. I want it to be locked in place. So I'm going to go add another constraint, and I'm going to tell it to be tangent to this face. But I'm going to tell it to be on the inside this time. And you might say, well, Mr. Anderson, it's not tangent on the inside. It's stuck. Well, it looks like it's stuck 1.625 if I look at my extension lines here from the edge. Wait a second. Couldn't we just offset this one 1.625 as well? And the answer is yes. And we hit apply. And now, if I look at it, I can't move it. It's stuck in all three directions with one flush and two tangents. And one of those tangents is an offset tangent. Go ahead and do the same thing with the other three pegs on each side, like it is in your pretty picture.